Well, welcome back to Spotlight on Holmen, and my second guest today, as I mentioned earlier, is Lisa Kind. And Lisa Kind is a real estate professional in the village of Holmen. She's also a Holmen Civic and Commerce member, and she is here today as the guest of the club, right?
Correct.
They do a drawing every month, and
yep. If you attend our monthly meetings, the HACCA meetings, and you have the opportunity to win a spotlight on Holmen.
There you go.
Well, here I am. So,
go for it.
I have been a realtor now for 10 years and kind of got into the business as a little fluke. A sister-in-law had suggested that I take this class, and I took the class, passed the class, and decided, okay, well, I'll try this. So 10 years later, it's been a whirlwind. It's always fun ups and downs of the real estate market, but overall, it's been a great 10 years. And
I know that the last 3 years has been a big challenge with the real estate market, with a lot of problems with foreclosures and probably resales of some of those houses and
some of the houses, the people that overbought or overextended themselves. So, there's some trouble there with short sales and the foreclosures, but the market is still moving. Houses are still selling. Buyers are still buying. Sellers are still selling.
Well, I think I've heard the term in our area that this side of the state of Wisconsin's been in a bubble. We haven't been hit as hard as a lot of the other areas are.
We've been very
We still have had some foreclosures, but nothing in comparison to the size of some of the other cities.
Not the numbers that we've seen across the nation, and for that matter, we've been able to maintain, I think, a decent sales price for homes, and you obviously you get the good deals, you get the deals that are still stable and stuff like that.
Well, I've heard numbers being passed around saying that if you stayed under 200 or 225,000, you had a better chance of selling your house.
It really depends. We have a lot of, we're very fortunate in this area with the medical facilities that we have, the companies that we have that have been still bringing in employees from outside of the area. Yesterday I just closed on a property that they were from Train and moved in here from Burnsville. So we have those.
You're still selling those other ones.
So we are still selling the higher end. I wouldn't say my year so far this year. I mean, I've had the upper 300s to the average 160s, under 100s.
They're
you
all
name
over
it.
the board.
You name it. I mean, the 4 deals I put together last week. One's at 260, one's at 110, another one's at 109. So I mean, just
they're there.
Varieties there. So,
well, it shows a diversification of availability in our area.
Yes. Yep.
Do you basically work in the Holmen area?
For the most part, my office is actually located in Alaska, but I live in Holmen, the Holmen area, just outside of Holmen, and I have a home office, so a lot of my work is done from my office. I have a home, and it's very convenient for me. But with a realtor, you can be on your phone anywhere, and you can have your laptop anywhere as long as you have Wi-Fi. You can work anywhere. So even when you're on vacation, we still work. So.
And I understand that the way of selling, the mode of selling a house has changed some from what it used to be. Now they go in and you can take pictures of the inside of the house and put it on your computer.
So often buyers are out there looking at houses 6 to 8 months before they actually contact an agent. Our job as agents, as marketing properties and stuff, is getting the good photos out there and getting the information out there so that people do, whether they're on the fence of deciding to look or even buy, at least that those photos or the information that we posted about the house will prompt them to call us and get them started on their home buying process.
And I know that when they do put the information for the inside of a property, when they do post that, it makes it so much easier for people that are looking around. They don't have to physically
I can say that the 10 years that I've been in the business, I've seen such a great change in our MLS system. When I first started in the market, sending out links on houses and emails and stuff like that, that was very, very new, and you had to have kind of like the back steps to be able to do this, and now it's so much easier, and that's how I do a lot of my business. But it's just the progression of what we've seen in the last 10 years has been amazing.
And are you still seeing first-time buyers coming in?
First-time buyers are still out there. I think a little bit less because of the financing issues that we've had over the last couple of years.
Yeah, didn't they have some special tax benefits?
Well, they had some tax breaks or tax credits and stuff for those first-time buyers or even move-up buyers. But I think, you know, with the financing changes that we've seen over the last 5 years, we, you know, just a little bit of change, so a little bit less maybe home, you know, those people that didn't have the money, didn't have 3 or 5% down, were able to buy houses back then. Now a little bit tougher if you don't have the money. It's a little tougher to get that financing and be able to move forward. So,
you know, and the person moving up, of course, if they can sell their existing house, then they have equity to move on to that new property, which helps tremendously too. So
right, exactly. So yeah, it's, I mean, overall it's been a good, I've had a great, the last 3 years have been great for me, so I'm not complaining. I think the biggest thing in real estate is being able to build those relationships with past clients, keep your, you know, the clientele list that I've created the last 10 years has really helped me succeed and keep going in this business.
Well, and that's a turnaround thing too, because if you have people that you've done a good job, that they feel very comfortable with the position that you were in and what you were able to do for them, then when they do step up the ladder, they come back.
Yeah, step up the ladder, or even have friends or family. I just actually listed a house yesterday. Past clients of mine, his needed some help with his brother's house, and I'm taking care of that for them because I've had that relationship with them in the past. So,
well, that really makes it easier, you know.
Yes.
And like you say, you've had 10 years now, and it builds up that base for you. But do you have any idea of how many houses are available in Holmen?
I didn't do that check. I didn't check, but I'm like, as far as, you know, sold year to date, Holmen, Town of Holland, we've had about 130 sold in our MLS system. So
that's good. That's very good. Yeah.
And then, you know, we're down a little bit from last year, but not drastically. So, I mean, houses, I think Holmen has always been a really a nice area just for the fact that we have the new constructions, you know, the ability to build, you know, in Deerwood, August Prairie, Remington, all those additions that we have out there. And we're still only, you know, 25 minutes from the south side of La Crosse, or even to Winona, for that matter. So,
well, and I know that the village has a new TIF district that's just getting started. That's 970 acres, but 30% of that is going to be designated residential. So, you know, there's a future market coming also, you know. So, yeah, there's a lot going on. And Lisa, you have to the best of my knowledge, you have a real good name in town, because people know that you do a good job and you take care of your customers, and that's important. And I think your knowledge of the financing that's available and your title work and everything else really makes you a great realtor.
Thank you.
Makes it move along well. So.
I enjoy it, that's for sure. So I'll keep doing it.
Well, we're going to change hats for just a couple minutes here. I need you. You are the chair again of Yes Holmen, that's put on by Holmen Civic and Commerce, coming up in February.
February 19th, and we'll be holding it at the Holmen High School gym again, and we'll be running it from 11 to 3:30. We have had, I average about 60 businesses, organizations that come in and set up a booth in the gym for that day. Allows the general public, anybody who wants to come visit and check out and see what Holmen has to offer. It's been a great event for the last few years. We've had the shopping spree, which Festival Foods will be doing again this year. A few other changes this year, looking for some new how-to booths. So we have Linda O'Connell from Take 5 Production, who's going to do a little seminar on how to take better home movies, because who can't use advice like that? So,
and we have a new wine company in town. They teach you, you can buy kits from them to start winemaking.
Wine sitters will be there, and we'll have a good variety of companies. You know, we've had, you know, the chiropractors. We've had Revival Salon, who's set up a little mini salon, which they will be this year again, I heard.
Well, and I know that the last couple of years you started a new event tied in with this, and that was a food court.
Yes, the food court. We've had Blue Cup Features and Premier Catering the last few years set up in the cafeteria area, and they serve food at a very minimal priced. Burgers, brats, chili, you know, wraps from Blue Cup. Just a little different variety of stuff, and we have the entertainment out there. So, yeah. Well,
good. So I will look forward to having you back next month. In January, you'll be able to give us some update information on Yes Holmen, and we'll get that Oh, get it moving.
Get moving on it, that's for sure.
Get moving. So
Thank you.
Thanks very much for coming in, Lisa, and good luck in your real estate business. And thank you again for being the chair for the Yes Holmen coming up.
Welcome. Thank you.
So we look forward to seeing you again. Thanks, folks. I'll be back in just a minute with a few closing comments.